were not live for so long. We were not recording for a really long time, and then we hit
and you
live.
were fine. What happened?
I don't know. I was trying to look on Twitter to see if we were live.
We are live.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. We're live on Twitter. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Riverside.
Nice. So
Riverside, my favorite SoundCloud rapper, Riverside FM.
Riverside FM. There is a commercial out that is using the Workaholics theme song.
Oh, I know. It's a Wendy's.
It is Wendy's.
Is it Wendy's? Right. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. It's like, it's gotta be fresh. And I'm like, what? Workaholics is on? I look over, it's just the Wendy's logo. I was not happy.
I mean, you want Wendy's after it?
Talk about a missed opportunity for Subway.
I wanted Workaholics after it.
When like Eat Fresh was like Subway's whole thing. Like when Workaholics was blowing up, Subway easily could have capitalized on the popularity of that show and that theme song.
They should have.
They should have.
They were in desperate need of a rebrand at that time.
Like you gotta eat fresh. Easily. I just did it.
Easy.
Subway, hire me.
You could have Uncle Blazer
sponsor the pod.
Yeah. I'm way less problematic than Jared. I promise. That's a low bar, but I'm clearing it. I'm clearing it by a lot.
Yeah, I
easy hire, Subway.
You never know. Hire. You just never know. I mean, how well do we really know you, Terry?
We know.
You live halfway across the continent. Yeah.
I mean, there will be other problems, but different problems and less problemy problems. Much less problemy problems
are good. Yeah.
It's me saying saying the F word. And by the F word, I mean fuck on this podcast. That's as messed up as I can't say fuck live. Then what's the fucking point?
Now you can.
Yeah.
No, I can't. Okay.
Wait, no, you had to. Why is it so quiet?
You can only say it when JP bleeps you out at the wrong point.
Yeah,
the wrong time.
Like that.
Are you? You're trying to bleep me out live?
Yeah,
that's gonna be super fun for the listener. Anyway, hey, hi JP. Hi
hello.
Benny.
Hi.
Hello. Oh yeah, I'm not Benny. Hi.
Hey.
It's still saying welcome to our live show. It's like tweeting out that we're live 100 times over. It's really funny. I don't know why. Yeah.
I hope it tweets it out 1,000,000 times.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all wanted live. You got live. We are live. This is live.
Tweet it out.
Triple stamping the double stamp. You can on X.
Is there any way to include like Biden out in that tweet? Hashtag Biden out.
Just to get more viewers.
Hashtag new race. Hashtag.
I don't know if we want that smoke, guys.
No, we welcome all smoke.
Yeah,
all smoke,
all
and all
kinds
colors.
of smoke. Yeah, purple smoke.
I'll take smoke from the left and smoke from the right.
Orange smoke, left smoke.
Smoke
right
follows
smoke.
beauty. It's gonna get to the center no matter what, baby.
Blue dress smoke. Is it blue and black? Is it whatever other color? What color was Jonathan Smith's pullover in Lexington, Kentucky? That kind of smoke color.
It looked blue to me.
Yeah,
it looked quite blue. It looked like It looked like Kentucky bluegrass blue, baby.
Wouldn't be surprising.
Well,
would not be surprising at all.
Hey, speaking of surprising, Terry, I didn't want to out you like this, but I wanted to say thank you publicly for the bracelet you sold me during Benny's virtual wedding, as you were out there on Zoom pimping out your bracelets from your blazer. Yeah. It looks really good on me, so thank you, thank you, Mr. Bracelet guy.
Yeah. Call me the bracelet.
It's no longer at Terrence Horseman. It's just Terry the Bracelet guy. You can find him on all social media.
Yeah.
Well,
and he has his own
have
website.
You guys heard
too.
the I don't know if Oregon State has announced this yet. But they're going. This is the most exciting. This is more exciting than anything about Oregon State being getting updates in college football 25 or whatever. I'm gonna have a bracelet stand. I'm gonna have a bracelet stand on the terrace this year for all home games.
Yes,
it's gonna be called Terrace Horseman's Terrace Horseman's bracelets. We're still workshopping it, but yeah. But it's like bracelet. So like the lit in bracelet is spelled LIT.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh.
So every bracelet you get like a shot. If you don't want to drink, you don't have to take it. But
or you could just have
you can give it to a friend.
You could have brace and then the fire emoji.
Brace yourself for how lit. There's all kinds of possibilities. But the
you
point
can have a
is,
picture of me
Scott
dropping
Barnes
a bracelet
is already
onto...
giving me.
Wait, no, you need
prime
me
real
in the
estate.
logo. Dropping a bracelet onto an electrical outlet. That's how lit this is.
JP will just be miming out there. He'll be a mime standing out there, not talking and only moving when you tip him. But he's just like, you know how mimes in Europe have like the paint on, like the chrome paint or whatever.
Yeah.
JP will just be covered head to toe in gold bracelets. That's the new mime shit. It's like there are a couple of Game of Thrones side characters who are like covered in jewelry, and there was like jewelry that like wrapped around their eyes so you could see their eyes but nothing else. Those are the bracelets that we're slinging on the terrace. Yeah, it'll be like that, but times a billion.
I wish that you were covered
times 150
bracelets
in honor of 150 episodes. No, I'm fine.
All right, you're fine. You're fine.
I told you guys. I haven't told the listeners, but I told you guys today. My AC is out, so I need the lighting to be shitty because I don't want people to see.
Actually,
how sweaty I am
on the streams you look fine. Congrats on the streams you look fine. On the Riverside stream, you don't look that good. I mean, you look good. You got a haircut, didn't you?
I know. No, I got a haircut like a couple weeks ago, but
it's just blurry enough to look short.
It looks good. Oh, you did that on purpose.
Short. The sides are short.
It's the cap.
I just want to rep Tristan Tree on the hat right now.
Yeah, golf school, baby.
Because I mean, what you don't remember, you never think about with white hats is they will get dirty after 2.5 times you wear them.
Oh, my
so
or just like
I had to put this one. I had to put this one in the washer, but it went through the washer and it came out pretty good. And
dude, sometimes though,
shout out Tristan Tree.
Shout out Tristan Tree. But sometimes you don't even wear a white hat. It's just like sitting in like your closet on the shelf, and
air makes it dirty.
What happened to this thing? I wore it 3 times and it's gray now. I don't understand.
Like anything that's white. It's like the human condition.
No. Even if you're not doing anything, you're still aging, and that's part of life. And it's sad, but it's also beautiful. Deep. It's still beautiful because life is beautiful, and you guys are beautiful. And doing 150 episodes of a podcast with your best friends from college when you had no idea what you were doing, and you still kind of have no idea what you're doing is beautiful too.
Yes,
episode 150. Woo! Are we actually live? Are people interacting with this right now? Because I'm just on the Riverside stream. So like when you said live, I thought people would be like at least 3.5 viewers would be like commenting or something. But I don't know. It's just going. This is just going into the internet immediately without editing.
Yeah.
Is that what live means?
Scary.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's all right. No, it's cool. This is like what they do on PTI. Yeah. They record that shit live.
It's totally live. They don't do any editing at all. Nothing.
I have watched 20 million episodes of PTI in my lifetime. I am so ready for this.
Yeah. Dude, that show
coming up 5 good minutes with Jay Billis. Hey Jay Billis, what's the fucking deal with Beaver bias in NCAA men's basketball?
Yeah, good.
I'm having too much fun right now.
Too much fun, man. That's what this whole podcast has actually been. I feel like this whole time it's just been too much fun.
Exactly.
I mean, remember when we started this, we said, if no one listens, who cares? If at least we get to hang out and talk about Oregon State.
Right.
And then
it's just like
now we're doing it on video and people can hang out with us. Even if they don't care what we're saying, they can mute us and just look at us. It's really kind of,
I imagine we've been muted by several people, and that gives me strength.
Yeah. Yeah. Feeling the fire. We see your mutes. We get those analytics.
Yeah. We rigged Twitter to inform us anytime someone mutes our account.
Yeah. Or
and then all we do is send targeted ads.
Yeah. Yo, did I tell you guys when I got hit by ads?
Bracelet ads on Etsy.
Yeah, I got hit by ads the other day. Do you remember that? I got hit by ads, and it was like a Modelo ad, and it was a College Football 25 ad on our own podcast.
Yeah.
And I listened to it. I got hit and ultra targeted. I mean, the data that they have on me is scary. It's good, but it's scary.
But they've got that on all of us, brother. You're fine.
Dude, for a while, my algorithm, including ads, was like strictly NCAA or college football, not NCAA. EA Sports college football. Yeah.
Get the NCAA out of here. They're not helpful.
No.
Maybe we should start with this because it is July. We're kind of in a dead period.
What do you mean? This is our 150th episode. It's not dead.
Nothing's dead. What is dead may never die.
We are live.
We are alive and live, Terry is not buried in my backyard. He's alive.
I'm not buried in JP's backyard.
Yep.
And I've been watching. I'm sorry for the Game of Thrones reference. I've been watching. I've been into this season of House of the Dragon. So viewers, if you've been watching House of the Dragon, hit me up.
They're still making that?
Don't spoil it. Yeah, it just came back.
I just started watching Sunny.
Oh, I was say Sunny is so good.
Sunny sounds dope. I haven't started it yet, so don't spoil anything. But I want to watch.
It's really good. It's really good.
It's sneakily been a great year for TV already. There's been so many good shows this year.
I know.
Yeah, so many good shows. So many new seasons of already good shows.
Yeah, and we're up for an Emmy for best new video podcast on YouTube.com.
It's like in Talladega Nights.
It's a new category.
It's like I forget what movie Will Ferrell's talking about, but it's like it won the Academy Award, and then Sacha Baron Cohen's like the Academy Award for what? And he's like best movie ever made. And we have just been told we are the nominated for the Ricky Bobby Memorial Best Podcast Ever Made about Oregon State. Exclusively recorded after 10 p.m. Central Time, where at least 2.5 alcoholic beverages are consumed per host per episode. So it's
and
a very
one of our hosts
like
isn't consuming. So
yeah,
do the math.
It's a very niche, like, but you gotta be niche though. You gotta be fresh. You gotta be niche.
Yeah.
Find your audience. But I was saying we should just like start by talking about college football 25. As I mentioned. And I'll be very transparent with this for the listeners. Every college football podcast across the country right now is just talking about this video game because that's what's driving the algorithm and driving the numbers to the point where, like, if you open with just like, oh fuck, how is Mike Elko gonna do at Texas A&M this year? And you don't mention the video game, it's just bad for business. So hey, video game, EA Sports. Benjamin Lawrence Sebastian Wehage, I think you are probably, I don't know if I go to 99th percentile, but I'd say you are probably in the 87.5th percentile.
Oh, did you do the math off the top of your head?
Played this of people of time spent playing this game since it came out. And I don't want you to confirm or deny that.
Well, I will. But you're vastly underestimating the amount of time
you're okay. You're 90. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. I was about to hear Yuri popping from like the background. Like, no, he's in the 100th. He hasn't left the fucking basement at all.
Yuri was gone last week. It just happened to the planets align.
No fucking way.
She came back on Friday. Because the game came out Monday. She came back.
Is that hey, Friday. Like 3 months ago, like, hey, baby, you should probably go on a business trip on this day.
You're back already?
Yeah.
I think your sister said she really wanted to take a 9-day vacation starting July fucking 16th specifically.
Yeah, she came back. She's like, how many hours did you play? And I was like,
I don't know.
Probably 10. And she's like, whoa, that's so much. But it was probably more like 25 or like maybe even 30.
That's like in American Pie too, where they talk about the rule of 3, when everyone comes back from their first year of college. And it's like the guys were like, yeah, I slept with 3 girls this year. And like none of them got any action. And the girls were like either between 0 or 1, but all of them had their numbers at like 3 or more. Like, it's same with video games. When a guy says he's played a video game for 10 hours, it's 30 or more hours for sure.
Yeah. And I do have to say, like, I think, stating probably the thing that I've seen most on Beaver Twitter. That Reser Stadium is not the correct Reser Stadium. It's the Reser Stadium of 2 years ago.
Our freshman
3
year.
years ago.
They must have taken that model from 10 years ago.
Yeah. Which is weird, but I don't know if you can get past that. The uniforms look really cool in the game. I do have to say, I put this out on Twitter before the game came out, that we should look at possibly doing white helmets, orange jerseys, white pants. I've done that a lot in the game, and
Orange, white.
It is so clean. Yeah, it's very cool.
You know, I do love the ability to mix and match. I gotta say,
yes.
and the new uniforms do look very good mixed and match. Like we talked about, the continuity of the striping is primo for mix and match uniforms. I have to interject really quickly because I think this maybe is embarrassing, but it's also many I think out there will understand the devotion to this college football video game. So about a week ago, maybe less than a week ago, the first batch of crazy electric storm weather came through the Northwest and knocked my power out. And I am 600 miles away with a PlayStation PS Portal to be able to play College Football 25. And so is, the mini bebe. And then the power goes out of my house. The PlayStation does not auto restart into sleep mode. I've remedied this, or I will be remedying this going forward, but I didn't have this set up at the time. So shout out to super secret producer Iskender for going to my house, turn on my PlayStation.
Nice.
Dude, being in your late 30s and calling your friend like, hey, can you go to my house and turn on my PlayStation 5 is the funniest favor you are capable of asking a fellow adult.
No, it gets better. And then
your ring showed that super secret producer Iskender had just been chilling there for a week playing your PS.
How is my player in his senior year already?
Yeah. So, but the power goes out again. I think it was yesterday morning or like sometime 2 nights ago. And so the mini bebe was incredibly distraught once more. I was as well. I won't put all the onus on him, but I was like, are we going to make it a week without being able to play this game? So I was like, hey, Skin, the power went out again. If you're around, let me know. Then boom, man, that guy delivered within like 1 hour at my house again.
What? Yeah.
Boop, turning the PlayStation back
weirdly
on.
Quick response time. It's almost like he never left at all.
And guess what happened last night? My power went out again. So
no way. Wait,
yeah.
Why is your power? What the fuck, Portland?
We're not getting any storms up here.
Oh yeah, man! It's been like windy, and so the wind. The PlayStation, if it knocks out your power for like one blip, the PlayStation has to restart, and then you have to get back into sleep mode or rest mode or whatever in order to play remotely. So it won't just auto turn on. But I bought this thing that you can plug into it, and it has like a very small amount of power that stores in it, like a power brick. But it's like an outlet, And then if the power blips again, it'll keep it online. But I bought that, and I won't be home for a week. So when I get home, this will never happen again. At least as far as I'll know.
You've been gone for like 9 years. What?
9-month years.
Have you really been gone for a month? By the time you go back, it will.
The day we go back, it'll be a month exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. It's spending time in the great outdoors.
Yeah, at the pool, drinking Mai Tais and pina coladas and beers.
It's just like they did it 500 years ago.
Yeah, it is.
It's still
they were so
out
bored.
Of
They
doors.
definitely did that 500 years ago.
Yeah.
It's still under the sky.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of wanted to make my analysis of the game fit in with sort of what we can expect next year for Beaver football, or based on.
Wait! Don't tease it. Don't get too far out ahead of yourself. We still got to do beers.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, we should do the beers. We should do the beer segment first.
Yeah. And also, I got to shout out. We got some viewers, listeners here in the chat. So shout out JH50. Made a comment about gold chains and electrical devices. Yes, fact.
Is that the same guy who said necklace guy is a dumbass?
Yeah, it might be. Thank you, JEH.
Shout out to you, sir. Yeah. Necklace guy is a dumbass. Bracelet guy forever.
Yeah. Yeah, but who's bracelet guy now, Terry?
I know. I'm not representing. I'm bare wrist. I have to be honest. I am a transparent.
Where are your bracelets in your jacket, man? I need you to be selling off bracelets.
I'm not running for office. I am under no responsibility.
It's like Flava Flav without a clock, man.
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, it was me. It was me.
JP, please show the picture of me going as Flava Flav for Halloween in Corvallis in 2009 for 5 seconds.
I wish I could pull that up. I could probably, if I had that prepared, I could have pulled it up. It was great. But by the way, JH58 did say it was me. I'll come back to JH58 in a second. Thank you, JH, for tuning in. And then listener Nathan said happy 150. Thank you, Nathan. If you are tuning in on Twitter or X, you can shoot us a reply. We will read it out loud on the air. If you're on YouTube, leave us a comment. I'll get back to one more comment in a second, and we'll definitely read it out loud and comment back to you. And then also we have the Bebe's hotline. The Bebe's hotline is live. You could call, you can text, you can leave a voicemail. We can make sure it gets played. I don't know if we can answer the call out live. I didn't really test this out far enough in advance.
I was just,
we're winging this.
Yeah. Whose phone is ringing? Like,
it's our Google Voice number. It's our Google Voice number. So 541-286-69 noise 66.
Oh.
So, yeah, 541-286-6966. Shoot us a text. Okay. Leave your name if you want your name mentioned on the show. Otherwise, we'll just read off the last four of your phone number. But yes. Anyways, thanks for tuning in.
I would say too, like, we have a general outline for our show tonight. So please, like, ask questions if there's a topic that you want
as opposed to every other night where it's not general and very specific and rigid and strict.
I also
we normally do have more notes.
We normally do not either.
We have more notes usually.
Yeah. We left our notes open for questions to be asked.
Yeah.
So please.
The notes literally say open. That's it. Yeah. Wow, Terry, you got real lazy.
Yeah, really, Terry just didn't do his job. So please supplement. We beg.
They do not say that. I'm looking at them now. You guys are. They say open as in opening ceremonies for the Olympics on Friday, which Oregon State gymnast Jade Carey will be participating in. Bitch.
Wait, we're
not a good segue into beers.
Yeah,
not a good segue into beers. That's a. I'm teasing a future segment. You can't triple tease a double tease, but I tried to. Anyway,
true.
So what we said this before, we want to go through the beer segment and maybe share a favorite memory of the first 150 episodes of Belligerent Beavs history. Are we comfortable with doing that? This is kind of putting all three of us on the spot.
Yeah,
but we can do that.
We can.
I'd say. Benny, I know you probably don't have a beer. You probably have a fresh brewed coffee,
protein bar,
and a nature. Yeah, my favorite memory is every time Benny eats very crunchy food without muting himself.
Well, I have food that's not very crunchy, and it's beef jerky. Shout out to Tillamook, who honestly probably per capita has the best food in the state of Oregon. Maybe. Yeah. Tillamook ice cream.
Man, their coverage on food items, it's pretty wide. Like
it is.
Ice cream.
I'll give free ads to Tillamook. I want Tillamook to sponsor the podcast.
What else do they got? Beef jerky.
You can buy every time grocery store, Tillamook cheese is everywhere.
Tillamook
I only buy Tillamook cheese at
I saw
grocery stores
pizza
in Minneapolis.
the other day. Frozen pizza.
What? Did it sour cream?
Tillamook pizza's got to be fantastic.
No. Anyways, move on. Damn. We're not going to talk poorly about Tillamook.
Well, you just did. God damn it.
No.
This is what happens when you do it live.
So,
okay, Benny, you are drinking beef jerky. Do you have a
salty.
Do you have a memory you'd like to share?
Yeah. So my favorite memory is when I went to Boulder to go watch Oregon State play Colorado, and I was coming back. We were recording the pod on Monday night. I was coming back, or maybe Sunday night. I think it was Sunday night.
It was the next day. Yeah.
And we were doing an interview with Yogi Roth and
Brian Fenley.
Yeah. Oh, it was Fenley. Yeah.
Hey, shout out Fenley got married. Shout out to
Fenley.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love Brian.
So
Congrats, Fenley.
We were interviewing Fenley, and I had missed the first part of the interview because my flight had been delayed a little bit. So I come back and see that Tibesar had been fired as I was sitting down to log on to the pod. And I think immediately, I wasn't even introduced to Brian, just immediately had mentioned that Tibesar was fired. Mm-hmm. But anyways, that was my favorite memory for multiple reasons, most notably because it gave Trent Bray the sort of boost to his portfolio that allowed him to be in the position he's in now. Yeah.
I never really connected those two things, and that was all because of you being in Boulder.
That's right.
Watching Everett Hayes kick a 63-yard goal.
Yeah, that was crazy. Right. That was so crazy to watch.
And I think BJ Baylor had probably. There's not really a way to track. There is a way to track this. Maybe Eli Sports Bureau or someone could do it. Had the best catch ever on a direct snap. Like there was a direct snap to BJ Baylor that was way off target, and he one-handed it. Like Jordan going for like a putback level, like wingspan extension, one-handed it.
How do you have the memory you do? How do you have?
I don't know.
I was
beer.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Beer.
It's beer. It's beer.
It's how the Egyptians did it. Beer.
Right.
Baby.
That was a fantastic night too, because I think even before you joined the show, Benny, it was like one of those things where it's like we're gonna have Fenley on for the first time. Fenley was someone that we had talked with a bunch, but hadn't had on the show yet. And we were still, it was that was 2021. So it was the first season that we were covering the team and doing the show. Mm-hmm. And Fenley's on, JP and I are talking to him, and it's like, Benny will join. He was at the game. He's still trying to get back home, whatever. And we're just like talking through different things. And then like as we're like getting done with introductions between JP, myself, and Fenley, it's Tim Tibesar has been fired, Trent Bray to take over as interim coach. And then even Fenley was just like, whoa, that's a nugget. Like
now,
something like that. And Fenley's like, I need to take notes. Like, what did they say? Like, and we're all just like, I have no idea. We're going through this together. And I think we had talked because there was just that season too. A lot of people were just like pinning things on Tibesar, which I think looking back on it, probably were like accurate sentiments, but also we were trying to go through this with just being like, like every time, like coordinators get blamed about everything all the time, especially when you have a head coach that's like kind of early in their tenure and you're not ready to give up on the coach yet. It's like fire it. It's more so on offensive coordinators because it's like play calling, blah, throw it deep. What are you doing? But we were kind of shipping Trent Bray without trying to call for Tibbs's head. And I think we all kind of showed our excitement at the news, and then just like, yes, like we are very happy with this still, like, trying to be humane and respect and love to, Tibesar for like coaching his ass off through a difficult time at Oregon State.
Yeah.
But yeah, knowing that the guy who replaced him and got that interim tag is now the head coach in this very unprecedented time. Like I saw that this was in reaction to a different world development that we're not going to talk about on the live show tonight. But like, I want one precedented time. Like, can we just like live in a can we get one precedented day?
No,
I want that for America, and I want for Oregon State. Hey, if you had told me everything that was going to happen on that day in 2021, I wouldn't have believed you. But I'd be happy to know that Trent Bray is the man leading our program.
Yeah. Good call out.
What a short turnaround too. I guess I didn't really put those pieces together, but when we first started this pod, he was a linebackers coach. Right?
Yep.
Isn't that sort of crazy? Like, we haven't been doing this for very long, and he went from linebackers coach to head coach in 150 episodes.
I've shortened my life by virtue of doing the show, but
I've shortened my life by 150 episodes.
That
might only have 150 episodes
years
left.
Don't exist anymore. It's just episodes.
It's just episodes.
What week is it? It's episode 151 week. What do you mean? Oh, we got to drink 151 on episode 151. We have to do it.
No, we don't. No,
yes, we do. If Benny's down, Terry, you have to be down.
What do you love drunk Benny?
Oh,
yeah.
Anyway,
well, Benny's
Benny,
drunk.
Benny the beef jerky. Benny the beef jerky might not be making a lot of noise, but your hand going in and out of the bag certainly is. So
I thought you were calling me Benny the beef jerky.
I like that.
Benny the beef jerky.
It's another one.
Beef, yeah.
I that's another great Benny. Benny the beef jerky. We don't need more nicknames for Benny, but we just got one. I think I have a nickname for JP though that I've been trying to get on the show that I haven't. I just keep forgetting, but I'll do it at the end.
Gold chain dumbass guy.
Gold chain. That's a little long. That's just like that's a good alter ego. I don't know about nickname because a nickname, it's gotta be a little. Though I guess Benny with the good cough is several syllables, but anyway, gold chain dumbass. Anyway, great memory, Benny. JP, would you like to share what you are sipping on? And also, if you have a memory, you would.
Yeah. So I'm not drinking. I'm drinking a Modelo, but it's like I like this, and it just as a Phil Modelo.
Phil Modelo. That's some before and after wordplay for you.
Yeah, you like that? That's
ChatGPT can't come up with that. Not yet.
Not yet. I was watching Wheel of Fortune the other night, and I started thinking of before and after a lot, and I thought that would be very fitting for the Phil Modelo.
Modelo.
Yeah.
If Phil Modelo was ever the answer to a puzzle,
John Dunn Modelo.
If that was ever the answer to a puzzle,
opportunities, dude. If John Dunmore just would have stuck around,
my head would explode.
John Dunn Modelo.
Remember how excited you got when he had a 6-yard catch against Idaho?
Yeah, dude. He
was good the next year. He was better. He was better than I really thought John Dunmore Jr. was going to do something, and I hope he's doing something.
I hope he's doing great
wherever. He's at Towson, right? I think he's at Towson.
I believe as of last year. I think so.
Yeah.
But you never know these days.
Never.
Yeah.
JP. It's hard to keep track.
Yeah, I'm drinking. I haven't started drinking it yet, but I loved this. I've never had a dank 30, which is kind of how I feel about this episode, and every episode and every week.
You think the podcast is now
at this time of the episode?
30s.
It's dank 30, baby.
30. Yeah, it is the dankest part of my week.
It's the dankest part of my episode.
Yeah.
Week. It's from Altamont Beer Works. It's a California brewing company. It's a West Coast IPA, and it's quite danky. It's very danky. It actually says a heavy late edition hopping of I can't read this. Econaut, Idaho 7, Lemon Drop, Mosaic, and Cashmere. This is not a real recipe, right? Like we're making up words at this point.
Dude, I was cooking with some cashmere last night.
What?
I was cooking with some cashmere. I can't say it with a straight face. I was cooking with some cashmere last night.
What do you mean you were cooking with some cashmere last night?
That's
okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Raekwon,
Who
the
cooks
chef.
with cashmere? It's like a fabric.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It says, and make this single malt IPA drip with dankiness.
Oh, that's where it comes from. Because cashmere is, the fabric and
and you have
fancy clothing and
good drip system.
You got that drip. Yeah, it's like drip god, drip goddess, and that's
also a Led Zeppelin song, a really good one.
Drip.
Cashmere.
Oh yeah, but drip, that wouldn't surprise me.
Well, you can't request it, Benny, because we're on a live show.
Don't
JP, if you want to add 5 seconds of it in post.
No, it is impossible. I'm sorry,
JP,
listener.
please reach out to Led Zeppelin's handlers and have them call the Bebe's hotline and play the song into the voicemail that we can then share on the show.
Yeah,
that is,
What are they waiting for? This is the ultimate.
Get the lead out.
Publicity stunt.
Get the lead out. This is what you guys do. Come on.
Yeah.
Because we've been, our younger listeners, I guarantee you, a majority of haven't either heard that song or haven't learned to appreciate that song yet. So Led Zeppelin, why the hell aren't you using our platform to connect with Gen Z listeners?
Yeah,
they're the music fans of today and tomorrow. Jimmy,
some people just
Robert.
think of it as the backtrack for the Godzilla song by Diddy, and we don't want that. So yeah,
no Diddy, no Diddy. Mm-mm. Is he still he's got to be fully canceled by now, right? I've been skipping any of his things that come up on Apple Music.
I think he's been taken off Peloton. Pretty sure.
No, then you're really canceled.
Yeah. In my book, yeah.
I mean, it's even just listen. I think that was my first hip hop CD. Maybe my first CD ever was Puff Daddy and the Family, No Way Out.
No Way Out. Yeah, mine too.
And it's just that's just a bummer.
Damn.
But anyway, we're trying to talk about favorite memories.
I haven't said my favorite memory yet. Did I?
That really tracks. Did you? No.
That really tracks.
Yeah, Betty, you kind of look like you are actively in the Beastie Boys.
And Terry resonates with No Way Out after being buried in my backyard.
Help!
There's no way out.
As you played I'll Be Missing You softly in the yard, so I could hear
play
it
I will do
slowly as I was being buried alive.
I did shed a tear.
Do you have a favorite memory that's not burying me in your backyard, which is something that actually happened?
Yeah, my favorite memory, and it has to be said, is Robot Terry.
Yes, okay. It had to be that. It had to be that.
That was the greatest opening in the absolute history of any podcast.
What episode was that?
Oh, God.
It was like 28 or something. It was early.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure our listeners know which one to go back and replay after this.
Yeah, I gotta go find it.
Funny. I was so mad.
27. Episode 27. And the title actually is Terry Turns Robot. That's like the beginning of the long, lengthy titles that we like to include.
You put my name in so many, I think episode 4 is Terry Almost Gets COVID. There were so many other important. That was like right before Larry Scott got fired, and we're speculating on shit. But it was also like, well, Terry almost got COVID, so let's put this in there. I was so mad, but I also couldn't. Listener, I couldn't hear the robot voice that Benny and JP were hearing. That was hilarious. All I could hear was nothing. And just clear confirmation that nothing was working with no explanation.
So much better that you couldn't hear it because you were just getting so mad. Heated. And I think I pulled ab muscles from. I've not laughed that hard since. I was dying. It was so funny.
Imagine your friend being mad about something stupid. And you know it's stupid, and also they know it's stupid, but they don't know it's stupid yet. They know that in a day they'll be laughing about how stupid it was to get mad about it, but right now they're mad. Now imagine that moment, but every noise your very, very mad friend is making is in a hilarious drunk robot voice.
Yeah, but it was, and
you can hear it, but they can't.
It was it was we knew it was you, but it was just the most robotic ridiculousness.
I didn't hear it until
as your facial expressions were so angry,
so mad,
throwing headphones, knocking your microphone off your desk,
and then it just went black. Your screen just went dark, and I think your computer had rebooted at that point.
Podcasting is not for the weak, y'all.
It is,
I didn't hear it until the episode dropped.
But you did listen to it.
I did. I listened. Of course. Back in the day, I listened to like every episode start to finish. Now I still listen a bunch. Now I still we'll listen a bunch because I'm taking notes, seeing where we can get better, where we can improve upon. Yeah. Always something to work on.
Every time your notes app is empty, notes from 150. Nothing, no notes. Beautiful execution.
Notes. Perfect episode. Yeah. As we've been recording a lot of perfect episodes lately. I'm very happy with the work that we're doing. But it was like
you have a John
the next day.
Don Modello?
I do not have a John Don Modello.
What do you have?
All right, if we're moving to me, we're still talking about the robot Terry though, so we can move on once we're done talking about robot Terry. But it was like then we recorded the episode and like I had fun and was like happy again, and then like went to sleep. And was like, haha, I like my friends. I like Oregon State. This is fun. Da, da, da. And then I slept on it and like completely forgot about how mad I was. And I was driving to work the next day. And JP already had the episode up. So I was listening to it. And then it like popped up as I was like pulling out of my apartment parking lot. And I did have to pull over because of how hard I was laughing. So I understood the experience you guys were having, just not for like another 14 hours.
Yeah. And in real time, it was just perfectly hilarious.
Oh my God.
So that's episode 27. That's why we're celebrating episode 150. Well, tonight we made some nice steaks tonight. So I have been drinking red wine since dinner. This is a Pinot Noir from Black Knight Vineyards in Sonoma, California. Not far from you, JP. Maybe a little bit. California's a pretty big state. But love Sonoma. We got engaged in Sonoma. Love the wineries in Sonoma. And Black Knight has a great tasting room in downtown Sonoma that we stumbled into just one day like a few years ago, and now we're in the wine club and like exchange multiple emails with the woman who owns it, and it's so this is part of their Pinot Noir.
Do you dip your steaks in the wine like Michael Scott?
I have very sensitive enamel. Like how dare you? No, I did not dip my steak into the wine tonight, but it's delicious, so maybe I should have. But I also have my customary hams right here.
Nice.
And I think I'm going to go with the men's basketball eulogy episode that we recorded with the Peyton years.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
After the 2021-2022 men's basketball season, because obviously it was a very, very rough season and we were upset about a lot of things. But I think that just like captured like the spirit of what we try to do here. And that's, not hiding from the bad results when they happen, but also having as much fun with it as we can. And, those guys are just so goddamn fun. And also
they are so fun.
They are.
Sam
I think we almost caught them off guard with how fun we were about that. I think they were probably prepared to come to bat for the men's basketball
do you want to talk? Do you want to talk about this like fucking 3-26 season or whatever it was? And then like we were just laughing from start to finish. And Sam calling me. I like had a very long, very prepared Irish blessing that I is escaping me now, but. Him just being like, you motherfucker, making me follow that. How dare you? And just, trying to find a little bit of joy in the very like Shakespearean level tragedy that happens when you go from the Elite Eight to like 3 wins total the next season.
Did we ever figure out if there had been a more drastic turnaround from one season to another? Or I think we were looking to see if an Elite Eight team had ever.
That was the worst. I'm almost certain that was the worst win differential for an Elite Eight team ever.
I think you're right.
So there you go. My favorite memory is us clinching the worst win differential. But
look,
shows how much of a fucking masochist I am. I'm so sorry.
It led to a friendship with the Peyton.
It led to a friendship. It led to a lot of laughs, and also a nice reminder that, like, even when the things don't go our way, like you don't need to suspend your anger or try and brush it with any like bullshit positivity that's not real or anything. But hey, there are ways to laugh about it authentically and organically, and having a eulogy on, and JP killed it with the background funeral music.
Oh yeah.
Just having a funeral on a podcast was not something that was on my bingo card of life, and I'm glad that we pulled it off.
You did. That was very good.
We pull it all off, man. We pulled off the Trent Bray coup, where we got him installed as defensive coordinator, and then don't forget, we also and I'm not going to comment any further on that one. And then we turned Terry into a robot, which was so cool. And then we also made light of the worst win differentials season over season outcome in men's college basketball history, while making friends in the progress. So in the process, and a lot of progress. There's only one letter difference.
Trust the progress and the process. So to both of those things, to 150 episodes.
Congrats, guys.
Congrats to you guys.
You too.
To randomly meeting you by way of making rap songs about being a college student in Corvallis in 2007 and 2008, and that turning into a 20-year friendship, or close to a 20-year friendship.
Yeah,
you'll always be that 20-year-old boy with the Minnesota Twins backwards hat and that blue North Face jacket to me, Terry.
I still underneath it was like a Al Jefferson jersey.
Yeah.
That hat is probably gone somewhere, but several Twins hats have replaced it in the years since. But the
sizing
jersey
up every time.
The jersey and the North Face are still in my house. So
let's go.
Right.
Nice.
We should do a throwback episode where we wear clothes that we wore when we first became friends.
I don't think that it would be that different. Okay, Betty was wearing my clothes most of the time.
Because I cut off the sleeves.
It's like I'm wearing a Joe Mauer jersey and Betty's wearing an Alexi Casilla Twins jersey. Where'd you get that shirt, Benny?
Yeah, Benny wasn't forward thinking enough to make it through spring term. All he wanted was sleeveless tees for spring term.
God.
So
and then
they all got the snip.
Yeah, fall term came around. I was living in the moment, man. Dude. Living in the moment.
It was quite frigid come late fall term.
Oh my God. Yeah. I don't think I had a coat for my first 2 or 3 years at Oregon State.
And
I just had the North Face
for the first 3 either.
I was the arrogant Midwesterner. I was like, I don't need a coat. I got a North Face.
Yeah.
With like the venting sleeves like unzipped and shit.
Yeah.
I'm so hot, man.
I'm so hot. It's 44 and raining in January, you goddamn wimps. That's why my AC's out now. Karma. For talking shit.
Hey, by the way, before we wrap the vices, beer, wine, beef jerky segment.
Beer, wine, and beef, everything the body needs. I don't know where we're calling
listener Happy Cappy 9 wanted clarification from you, Terry, because you talked about that you're not doing steak in your wine tonight, and they want to know, does that mean that you do it other nights?
No, only when I'm recreating the dinner party episode of The Office, specifically.
You need to get a Dundee so Sam can throw it at your 28-inch TV.
What's wild? I have a bigger TV than.
I think all right. Everybody has a bigger TV than the one in that episode.
Oh, no, what's funny is that episode of The Office being, I don't think it's maybe a top 10 episode of The Office, but it's up there and gets a lot of like the quotability of that episode makes it sort of seem like it's number one. And then essentially 20 years later with I Think You Should Leave doing their thing. And the sloppy steaks bit is maybe the most, it's one of the 5 most recognizable bits, I would say. The hot dog costume, just by like how like social media friendly it is.
Yeah.
But how like those like different bits revolve around just like adding liquid to steak, and like that's the entire joke.
Yeah.
And it's not even really a joke, and somehow it's very funny. No, I never dip my steak in red wine. Maybe I will try it because I feel like I'm an open-minded person. But it was a pretty good steak, so I didn't, I don't want to ruin the steak.
Maybe you could have made it even better and you just ruined an opportunity.
I could. And that's, similar with like I Think You Should Leave, which is a great show, but it's not nearly as good as I Think You Should Beav, which we will be highlighting several times from now until forever.
Until forever.
It's like, yeah, it's getting a good steak dumped with water on it. It's really, really good. They can tell you no sloppy steaks, but they can't stop you from ordering a steak with a giant glass of water. I'm forgetting what was the name of the user or the listener who asked that question, JP?
That it was the capybara enthusiast.
Oh, capybara enthusiast. Hell yeah. Shout out to you. Great account. But yeah, that was just Benny referencing a great Office bit. I have never done. I've probably emulated Michael Scott in a few areas of life, probably more than I am proud of. But
that's
no,
not
I've
true.
Never.
You're proud.
I have never dipped steak into red wine and then consumed it. So maybe I'm missing out.
I saw
maybe listeners have done that.
Someone had to try A1 for the first time.
I saw a wink. You winked.
I did,
which means that you have tried it.
See,
that's not what that means. I didn't mean to
wink and Terry.
Yeah.
Terry the wink and bracelet guy.
Wink and Terry. Wink and Terry is an associate of the driving crooner. that gesture looks way different without this decals.
JP, do editing where the decals are there.
Yeah, put the decals in
Put the driving crooner decals. And don't turn that into a TikTok video.
This is live. We're live on TikTok, Benny. The nation is watching.
The world.
China
is definitely watching.
Gen Z is
China's
watching.
Pulling their hair out.
I don't know if Russia's
watching. This is
watching.
why we're spying on America for this.
This is why we're doing it. We're the diversion to the really dangerous Russian spies. They find our shit and they think they're getting secrets. And it's just, I think you should leave jokes and fucking robot voices.
Dude, I was watching I Think You Should Leave with the purpose of finding an I Think You Should Beave.
Benny, send me every I Think You Should Beave ideas you've got. Cause I've got a few. We'll keep doing it. We'll keep doing it. But
you guys send them to me and we're gonna maybe we'll make some merch.
I shared the one that I thought of.
Any Beaver fans that are I Think You Should Leave fans, you may like the merch.
I think you should Beav. It's a thing.
And I think that you should
will
win
the Beaver of the year. It'll be Benny. Because Benny needs Benny needs to actually fucking talk about Oregon State in college football 25.
Oh yeah, I forgot
minute number 55.
Yeah, okay.
55 touchdowns, 55 run plays, 55 sacks, 55 interceptions, 55 try break.
55 minutes.
That's a great sketch. That is one of my faves. Well, I can just leave. All right, so here just sort of a Beav breakdown of NCAA. I'm sorry. College football. 25.
Boo!
I did it again.
You fucked up.
4 letters. That's the only 4-letter word we don't tolerate.
Yeah.
You fuck.
And rightfully so.
Yeah. You shit. Fuck.
Oh God damn it! Now I gotta
At least
do
you didn't
this.
call me an NCAA.
Oh,
Thanks,
damn
Dave.
it. I did turn down. God
For
damn
what?
it.
Okay. So
I'll be faster next time, I promise.
All right.
there are 3 of our top 7 players are offensive linemen. And I think that's an interesting
I think that's good.
tidbit. Right? And let me start this off. Let me preface this by saying this is the most realistic sports game out there. So we aren't just talking. It is. Well,
is it?
Okay. Yes, other than the stadium, which I understand. There's legitimate frustration with that.
Hold on. Before you go on talking about the most realistic, I would beg
what about
to
the best video
differ.
game ever?
I was shifting my defensive line left and right for fun, just like dancing.
Okay.
And I caused the like UNLV quarterback to become hypnotized, and he just stood at the line as the play clock dripped down to 0 and took a delay game penalty.
The UNLV quarter
game?
What?
They were good last year, but I get what you're saying, JP. That's maybe not the best example.
But I'm just saying, the quarterback's going to sit there and watch me dance on the defensive line left and right until they're so hypnotized they forget about the play
whip. Watch me, Nanny.
Hey, it's not perfect. The game isn't perfect.
No.
There are some flaws.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
there
you.
Are some,
Football.
It's okay to acknowledge that nothing is
I wouldn't
perfect.
call college football
for
apart
me
from this game as perfect right now. It's pretty far from it. So I think it's pretty accurate.
But I think in terms of like if you compare it to Madden, for example, like this is more of a simulation. So EA Sports did put a lot of effort into getting the schematics right, other than hypnotizing quarterbacks. And I think part of that is
so mad we can't play 5 seconds of hypnotize right now.
A lot of time
in your mind,
sort of analyzing these athletes and sort of what they're good at, where they should land in terms of like ranking of who's best to worst, right? And so I do think that these rankings and these grades shed light on true reality. So I wanted to go through a couple of them with you guys, and I think maybe we can take that and paint a picture of what maybe we should expect next year, because I think there's a lot of uncertainty going into this football season. So first tidbit, 3 of the top 7 players are offensive linemen. And that's number 1 overall by quite a large margin. He's rated an 89, Joshua Gray. I don't think that's a surprise. And then you have Grant Stark and Van Wells.
Both those guys got injured, by the way, in my dynasty within the first 2 games for the season.
Really?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Did you get sacked a lot?
No.
Oh, I get sacked all the time, and I don't have those guys injured. And I made my own quarterback who has a speed of like 89. So maybe that's just
it's play calling. You got to keep the defense on their toes.
Right.
Yeah, your fault.
Yeah. It's your fault, Lindgren.
Yeah.
Benny Lindgren.
Yeah, Benny.
Another nickname is born.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, shout out to Papa Brown's chiming in. He's checking in on us. So shout out Brownie, Papa Brownie.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Love that, man.
Hell yeah.
According to EA Sports, our corners are going to be, I don't know if, probably top to bottom our strongest position, because we do have Jaden Robinson at number 2 with a grade of 83, and Kobe Singleton, who, if you haven't yet, listen to our
83 is low for Jaden. Fuck.
All the rankings are actually low. Yeah, all the rankings are actually very low in the game. I was surprised to see some of the top players are only still ranked in the high 80s.
Yeah. It checks for sure. Kobe Singleton, 82. So I think, and that's number 2 and number 4 on Oregon State's roster. Jam Griffin rated an 80, and Anthony Hankerson rated a 79. So I think that is going to be an interesting position group to watch. I don't think that.
By the way, Happy Cappy did say that all this means is that Jam is going to destroy this year.
I think that there is. I think that there is some truth to that. Absolutely.
I think he showed a lot of flash of his abilities to be a lead back before heading out to Ole Miss. And if anything, I would say he just has more wisdom and experience to do that in a lesser schedule of opponents.
And he also messaged Trent Bray, "I'm on my way, gangsta," when he was transferring back to Oregon State, which we can't forget. That's worth at least one.
And then we flew him in our PJ back to Corvallis. We put in the order for him to get back.
That's a new bucket list item, taking a PJ to Corvallis.
Our PJ. We already do that, dude.
Oh, okay. Eating a PB&J on the PJ.
On the PJ.
In your PJs.
That's penthouse shit. Smoking
Jays. Yeah. With Jay.
That's not my nickname for JP, but that would also be a good one. How have we never called you like Smoking Jay before? I don't know. Anyway, Benny, please continue.
Okay, so just a couple of sort of top skill position players. You have Darius Clemens as our top receiver, rated 78. Which here's the thing with our receivers. I think there are like every single one of them is unproven in the sense of they've not gotten a lot of playing time anywhere. And so I do think that it's pretty hard to
rate them.
Yeah, I agree.
For sure. You have Jermaine Terry as our top tight end. He was given a grade of 80.
I need a Jermaine Terry jersey, FYI.
Yeah.
Last year you could get custom. You could pick like 90% of the team for a custom jersey from the Beaver store, but Jermaine Terry was like one of the 10% you couldn't select. I don't know why.
He was a pretty late addition when he transferred from college.
He might not have been able to do NIL. Yeah. NIL through the Fanatics little program.
Yeah. Dude, Fanatics.
I want one. Ugh. Especially because number 84 too. Like,
just go back. Weren't they?
That's my number one goal.
Weren't they the original Fathead? Yeah.
No. Fathead was its own.
Fathead was a separate thing.
That was different. Yeah. Okay.
They still exist.
Fathead does still exist.
Dude, I want to make a fatheaded Terry.
I was just about to. Should we sell Bebe's fatheads?
Yeah, we should sell.
We should just find out and bring him to games.
Oh, damn. Yeah, you could really do cutout stands. Yeah, we should totally bring it. So when one of us can't go to a game, we just show up with the cutout stand of the person who can't make it. And that way it's always three of us.
Dude, for the Oregon game, we should get a big one of Dan Lanning. And then just like, you know how in high school or middle school, you'd like X people's eyes out, got like horns on. We should do that.
Yeah. And then Land Danning on his body.
Danning, yeah.
Well, I know. Never mind. I'm not gonna make that joke. Just know that was very funny. I'll tell you guys later.
Okay. Here's where we're spending a lot of time on offense, so maybe we can do defense in another episode. But
are we going through every player?
No. Here, but this is what I do want to discuss our offense. I think that there are some interesting things here.
Yeah, this is a good way to discuss the offense, I guess.
Quarterback, you have Giovanni McCoy and Benny G tied with a grade of 74, and Gabari Johnson is at 73. That really surprised me because Gabari Johnson, unproven as well, didn't play a snap at Mizzou, but he was a 4-star going into his freshman year last year.
Yeah, but if you look at the rest of the ratings, McCoy's got like better accuracy. He's got better throwing on the run. He's got higher speed. It's weird that their other attributes don't really add up to their overall ratings.
Yeah, agreed. But I do think like you're gonna have a player. You have a lot more players ranked in the 60s than you do in the 90s, right? Like the rankings are lower if you're used to playing like Madden, right? The rankings do seem to be a little bit lower and skewed, but it was just interesting to me that Jabari wouldn't be graded higher. I personally think that he is going to be the starting quarterback.
I was going to ask if we should do like prediction.
No, we
starts the Idaho State game.
We'll do a predictions episode where we do our predictions for the roster.
That's the penthouse episode.
Sure.
Yeah.
And just like full transparency, I do get my plants from the plant sale at Lincoln High School here in Tacoma, which is where Jabari Johnson went to high school. So there is some bias there. But I would say like I was really excited to see Giovanni McCoy come to Oregon State because I think it shows and Ryan Gunderson, new offensive coordinator, had Dante Moore down at UCLA, and that type of offense really excites me. And we've never had that type of offense at Oregon State that's led by quarterbacks that can move. Yeah, and can be sort of a game changer.
Whoa. Seth Collins can move.
Yeah, he could. And then they moved him to defensive back. They moved him to defensive back.
Yeah, but that was that's how much he rated his spleen.
Yeah, right. I loved Seth, but also that was during a time where it wasn't necessarily fair to him because that was the original He Who Must Not Be Named. I'm totally comfortable with naming Gary Anderson as the coach of that period because there's a new He Who Must Not Be Named.
Yeah,
that has supplanted him in He Who Must Not Be Namedness. Yeah, I would love to have seen Seth with this coaching staff.
Yeah,
or in College Football 25, his hurdle would have been 25. Epic.
Seth's hurdle.
He does have a really good GIF though on Twitter.
He does.
Yeah.
What is this GIF?
Yeah.
It's him like coming into the screen and just like
I think it was in his first game against Weber State and
it was a night game.
Oh no, that was a different game then.
I think it was Oregon, to be honest.
Are you talking about no, the hurdle's not the
hurdle was Weber. The hurdle was
Weber
first game against Weber State, I'm pretty sure.
And that's when I was like, oh boy, we got something.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where it's like I think this is a good conversation on like because we can parlay this into a conversation about reality football in addition to the video game
that's
football.
where I wanted to for sure.
Exactly, because like I felt like Giovanni McCoy's acquisition in this year's transfer portal was overshadowed by the acquisition of Jabari Johnson. And then also there's a bunch of other drama in the portal where it was like all Giovanni had done was be an elite FCS quarterback for an extended period of time. And he's got an accurate arm and he's a plus athlete and can move. And then we got the 4-star from Mizzou. And I'm not trying to take anything away from either guy, like, cause like you need more than one capable quarterback to feel good heading into fall camp. And I think we do feel good about all that. I love that Benny G is still around and still there. And if Bray came out and was like, because Bray right now is saying we are a college football playoff team. And if he was then to come out week 1 and be like, Ben Gulbranson's our quarterback to make the college football playoff, I'd be like, I don't know if that's going to work out. Like nothing against the kid, but like, what makes Jabari and Giovanni exciting is that unknown factor, but Giovanni kind of just got overshadowed right away. But, it wouldn't be crazy if he turned out to be the one, like he was the prince that was promised and Jabari wasn't. And then also vice versa. So I think.
And I do think at Oregon State, I mean, we know just as well as anybody else that stars next to your name don't necessarily mean anything until you show what you can do on the field. Yeah. And so, but I do think that those 4 stars next to Jabari's name, yield some sort of excitement for sure.
In reality, also Jabari was injured for more spring camp than Giovanni was.
Yeah.
So,
shout out JH58. Fall practice starts in 10 days. I got to sneak that one in.
10 days. Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
What I think Beaver fans need to be prepared for is a quarterback battle that extends into the season. Because I think Bray,
really, if you I feel like if Benny G's in the mix, they're going to let him. They're going to give him the reins, even if his leash is short.
Here's why I don't think that that's true is because you have a completely different coaching staff and you're going to have a completely different playbook. So whereas Benny,
but that's where you need continuity in some sense. I know even the offensive side is not.
But that's what I'm saying. Where it's like they could start Ben Gulbranson against Idaho State, being like, we need to get.
It'll be like a Neuer thing again.
We need to roll
Neuer Nolan.
But Neuer.
Neuer was continuity, Nolan. But Neuer was because they wanted to show loyalty to the guys that they're bringing in the portal.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily think they would start Gulbranson because of any kind of loyalty. I think they would start Gulbranson because it's like, hey, we need to beat Idaho State by 50 points, 60 points, so that we send that message that like we're not fucking around. We are for real. We need to get off on the right foot. Ben Gulbranson has the most D1 FBS starts out of these three,
right?
And I think if that's the case, I like Gulbranson could go 30 for 30 and throw 7 touchdowns against Idaho State, and I don't think that would guarantee him starting quarterback status the rest of the season because of the competition. So I wouldn't be surprised if they come out and they announce. And I know you meant this is for the predictions episode, but I think we'll see all 3 of them play a healthy chunk against Idaho State. And then that game at San Diego State, that will be like the first tell, whoever takes those first snaps. But even I think they'll be pretty like fast and loose with it, where if it's not working, I think they'll explore this into the season.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think they'll go the coaches of the past route where they're going to say, this is our guy. We named him out of camp, and this is what we're sticking with. I think what will happen, though, is that we could expect them to put somebody out there that will help them win the first game or 2 or 3, and then see how the competition goes in practice.
Well, number 3 is against Oregon. They better have it figured out by number 3.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, well, the last time we beat Oregon at home was what happened?
Branson.
Yeah. So
you think?
I think
Lanny's going to let that happen? you think we can run the ball 68 times with Hankerson and Jam with Ben Gulbranson starting?
No, but maybe the long con was that we just didn't need Benny G to throw, so we could save the secret sauce that is his arm for this game when it meant
last game
even more.
Benny started against
even though it
Oregon,
means
we
less
won.
Because it's not really a rivalry.
DJU started against Oregon, we lost. Not trying to put that on DJU because I put 100% of that loss on he who must not be named. But
Jonathan Smith, I'll name him.
Ben, you can name it. Yeah, we should all name it, but still.
I'm not afraid of that fool. He won't even shake my hand, coward.
Yeah, he wouldn't. I was there.
He did that one time.
But he was hesitant to. He tried to size me up. Then he got afraid, and then he shook my hand.
And we ain't never scared.
He was like, "Who is this SoundCloud rapper on the sidelines, and why is he down here?"
It's me, Riverside FM.
Can we collab, Coach? Come on. But I feel like we kind of just hijacked the conversation. The quarterback ratings obviously are the most interesting and exciting, and having them be like it's 74, 74, 73 for the 3 of them, so they're essentially even in overall attributes, and I think that's probably how the broader world perceives them. I think
it might even be how the coaching staff perceives them as.
I think that's a generous rating. Like I love Ben Gulbranson, but I think that's a generous rating because this isn't being done by Oregon State fans, and all the most recent showing of Ben Gulbranson, it was a very unfair situation, but was that Sun Bowl against Notre Dame that didn't go great. So I could totally see like that just being the narrative about him by greater college football. So to see him like up there in the mid 70s with the rest of the quarterbacks is fine. But also if you tell me that he's the guy after these 2 acquisitions, then I have to wonder about the actual quality of the acquisitions
rather
than being like,
that's fair.
Benny G just really elevated over the last year.
And I do like Giovanni and Jabari both are Gundy guys too. Like he went out to get them. And
sure.
But I will say, looking at UCLA's first game last year, and Gundy was not the offensive coordinator, was a quarterbacks coach. But so looking at the quarterback play, you had Ethan Garbers and Dante Moore splitting almost exactly 50-50. And the game was not out of hand. UCLA was up 14-6 at halftime. So it does seem like he was giving both players a shot. Now, Dante Moore is a 5-star freshman, so I think it was pretty clear that he was going to get the reins at some point. This is a little bit different. I don't think that Ben Goldbranson's going to get much playing time because I think he is a quarterback that is not one that plays well into a system that I think Gundy's trying to go for. And again, like it would be different if you had Lindgren coming back and like Benny G knew the playbook in and out.
Don't
and was trying
say
to
that
teach
again.
That. I was trying to teach that.
You were a pro Lindgren podcast longer than anyone else was.
But you know what I'm saying? Like he's learning a new playbook just as much as
I can't wait to watch. I can't wait to watch Michigan State with the lowest percentage red zone offense this year.
But here's why I'm excited. It's because you had last year Aiden Childs and DJU, right? Both of which were like completely different quarterbacks. And I think the team had to try to learn how to play under both. I mean, it was essentially two different systems of offense that you're running. And you had, as a player, need to know how to run both of them. And I think with Gabari and Giovanni, like they're similar enough where it is kind of a plug and play.
Right.
Ben Goldbranson's just sort of that odd person out that isn't in that same style. So, yeah, it will be interesting to see. I'm excited. I think with mobility, it allows you to disguise some of your weaknesses a little bit better. And we have a wide receiver core that is not given the credit that I don't think that they're owed, because I don't know if they're owed any credit.
They haven't really played at all.
Right. But, no. I agree. But I think the talent that is on the team right now is really high.
I'm really
high. And we had a ton of talent last year. I think this year the wide receiver room could be more talented. We'll see if that transitions to good play on the field. Because there's a lot of things that have changed. But in terms of like lofty talent,
do you think more people know who they are because they go to Oregon State these days? I'm just kidding. I don't want to get into that.
No.
Dude.
I don't know if anyone will know that. They have more size though. That's a thing where it's like I absolutely adored the way Silas Bolden, Anthony Gould, and Josiah Irish played for Oregon State. All three of them, varying degrees. Not a ton of size out there. And I know there's not a ton of size in this group, but it is bigger. There are fewer 5'7", 5'8" listed guys that, you think could may like just a naturally bigger catch radius, can use their body a little bit more, and maybe chuck the ball downfield a little bit and have better chance in like 50-50 balls. Because a lot of it seemed like we were scheming Gould and Bolden open, and then when they got going, everyone was so fucking worried about the speed of the two of them that Velling was just open down the middle.
Yeah.
And then there was the occasional game where it was like, oh yeah, Josiah Irish is on our team. And that was one of the I'm trying to figure out who the Josiah Irish replacement for me is going to be, because like I felt like every single week I was like, can we please get the ball to Irish more? Because every time he gets a target, it's a first down, essentially. So we'll see who that receiver is this year. I think it'll make itself clear pretty quickly. But yeah, I think that receivers are probably the most exciting group just because it's the most unproven, but with a lot of just names of guys who are considering bigger schools, guys who transferred from bigger schools, and some returning production as well. So
I'm really excited to see Jordan Anderson. And I know, again, he comes with the 4 stars. So I think you gravitate towards somebody that, has those stars next to their name. But the way that he's bought into Oregon State, it also helps that he flipped from Oregon and came to Oregon State. And I think that there was, reason to believe that he would have gotten a lot of playing time at Oregon. So that flip feels a little bit more real to me. But him alongside Darius Clemens.
Are we calling Jordan Anderson the Joker, or is he just a guy who really likes the Joker?
Let's call him the Joker.
We're calling him the Joker.
We're calling it. He is the Joker.
He's the Joker.
Okay.
I didn't know if that
wild card, man.
I didn't know if he was just like that guy. He was just like I look up to the Joker.
Dude, that is the mentality that he is the Chatfield. He's a Chatfield.
We need God. Andrew Chatfield was on the team. I'd be throwing.
We miss you, Drew.
Money. Yes. God damn it! I love Andrew Chatfield. This is the Andrew Chatfield Memorial Hour, even though he is very much alive and well.
That is the vibe that this team needs. I think that's why I gravitated towards Chatfield so much last year. It's like we need that spooky factor. I love that.
We need the Savage season mascot spooky factor. But he was on the team last year.
I know, but you're saying you gravitated to him so much last year, but that was 2 years ago. You gravitated to him.
Okay. I've gravitated towards him.
Benny,
for a while.
you're Andrew Chatfield.
Gravitating hard.
I don't know. I think
ever since he saw your Savage season shirt and was just like, "That's a cool guy."
It's a very cool shirt. It is a very cool shirt. I don't know. I think our offense has a chance to be to really surprise a lot of people. They're young though. They're really, really young. But if you have an offensive line that is pretty good, which I think ours is, then you can do a lot. You can mask a lot. So it will be really interesting to see. I don't think Idaho State's going to tell us a whole lot, although knock on wood, you never know. But that game at San Diego State.
Yeah, those FCS games that have told us a whole lot have not been good.
Yeah. So, tell us nothing.
Let's hope that game's in nothing burger.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm excited. I'm cautiously optimistic. I think Trent Bray coming out and saying that we're a playoff team. A lot of coaches come out and say that, and they sort of have to say that. I truly believe that he believes that. Like, I really think that he believes that he believes that. Or that he truly believes that.
You better.
Yeah, and I don't think that the road for us to get there is that crazy. And if this offense can play up to the potential that I think is very clearly there, I think it's a very realistic possibility.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I like that this team has a lot of mystery. I think that there's for once though with Oregon State football, it's mystery with upside. I think historically we've had mystery with hope. Maybe this guy will come
a lot
in.
Of fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Please, God, just be something.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. It's been fun to play them in College Football 25. I would say I think I'm most excited for seeing what Jam can do as a featured back, and not to take anything away from Hankerson. I think that Hankerson could also be that guy, but I want maybe Jam's cool coming back in the Andre Iguodala role, where he's a mentor. His spot starts here and there. He has some big moments, and then
predicting a Jam Griffin chase down field goal block.
No, I'm predicting a Jam Griffin national championship most valuable player.
There we go. Okay, yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
We would all love that.
Yeah, you heard it here
I would
first.
say, I think the most important skill position players on the offense order: Jam, Jermaine Terry, and then Hank. And then that will open things up for this receiving core that we are excited about, but is still shrouded in mystery.
I agree with your guys' take on Jam. I think the SEC, and not Mississippi State or Vanderbilt or whatever, like it. Ole Miss is a good program. They're a really, really good program, and they saw something special in Jam, and he just never got the reps, right? So I think he is being overlooked and is underrated, and I wouldn't be surprised if he came out and did some really special things this year.
And I just want Terry to say mystery again in a spooky voice.
Mystery.
Is this going to play?
Mystery.
It's not going to play. All right, that's good enough. It won't play. But I really wanted to play these child laughing sounds.
Or quote the rapper Kyle from a lifetime ago, but jumping in a van like we looking for a mystery.
Kyle, the one that sounds like you?
You always said I sound like Kyle. And
you and Kyle, like you are Kyle.
I ain't been getting high. Well, maybe a little girl, I ain't trying to lie.
It is so spot on.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
Kyle
is.
I can't have Kyle. He did I Spy and some other stuff like
I Spy.
Fuck me.
A song called I Spy.
Oh,
You've heard it.
You know what the creepiest song is though? Is Unsolved Mysteries theme song.
Oh yeah.
JP.
You remember the
JP? Add that in post, please. After you add the Scooby-Doo theme song. After you add the X-Files theme song.
After I play Kyle. After
JP, can you just add like a poof? Poof.
I don't know. Let me find out. Is there a poof in our media? I could do.
It won't work live though, will it? Maybe it will. I don't know.
Let's try this. Trying again.
I wonder if this.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Breaking. Poof, Joe Biden has dropped out of the presidential race. You are hearing that for the first time here live on the Belligerent Beavs Podcast.
Oh, there was a. Oh.
What the fuck was that? That was creepy as hell. No children laughing. This is for a mature audience. God damn.
Wait, hold on. Can we go back to what our favorite episode was? Because that was my favorite episode. Was where Terry say fucking 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fuck. Beep. Fuck. Beep. Fuck. Beep. Beep. Fuck.
That was my.
I like this one. I like when we made about half of the Oregon population crash their cars when we randomly decided to do honk twice if you love the Beavs.
Half the Oregon population. Hey, they asked for no more car horns, but this is live.
It's live.
You should.
It's not our fault.
It's 9:38 p.m. You should be home.
Yeah. What's this do?
11:38 for you.
It's 11:38 for me. That's correct.
What is this supposed to be?
It's like the ring.
We're interrupting. Yeah.
7
days.
Yeah.
This is getting so creepy. Should we just end the episode?
No, we're not done yet. We gotta talk about the CW and Jade and
do we need to talk about the CW right now?
No, but the CW did some things. Teaser for next week, episode 151, where we drink 151 like my dude.
Drink 151.
Chris Hughes did.
We'll be drinking 151. And I have a feeling while we're recording that episode, there'll be a deep drive out to Left by Castellanos, and it'll be a 5-5 ball game. That's something that'll probably happen when we're recording. Also, welcome home, Mike Yam. We are very excited to have Mike Yam back in the fold. Jade Carey. Head into Parade.
Hey.
Get that gold medal all day.
Hey.
Oh, all right, Kyle.
Oh, all right. All right, Kyle. Thank you.
Wow, that's loud. That's louder than a car horn.
No, that was right by my microphone. I'm sorry. Opening ceremony.
It's 36 seconds long. I don't know why. It's a long clapping.
We've got a live audience. We got to get going.
Yeah. All right. I love it. Give us a love. Give us a like if you love it.
Opening ceremony of the Olympics is on Friday, July 26th. Yeah. And Jade Carey, Oregon State legend.
Legend Carey.
Will be there. Who already has an Olympic gold medal, but isn't satisfied in a great
hungry
up in the Oregonian. Jade talked about the experience of last Olympics, obviously the highs of winning the gold in the floor, but the lows of not taking it home in the vault, which she really feels like she has a great shot in. And then also it just last Olympics being one where it was in kind of an empty arena. Her dad is her coach, so he was there, but the rest of her family couldn't go, and there just weren't fans, so it was all eerie. And I know she has performed in the specific arena in Paris in some world championship and gymnastics elite events in the build up to these Olympics. So hopefully it's familiar territory for her, but just very exciting for an Oregon State athlete who it will be going to her second Olympics, but it will be an experience unlike the previous
other
where no one could go. So I really think people just need to tune in live and support Jade as much as possible. Consider this like Travis Bazzana going number 1 in the draft, Oregon State basketball playing in the NCAA tournament, like all of this, like because this is the highest stage that exists and has existed for a long time, and
that is accepted globally as like the highest stage.
Yeah,
exactly. And we'll be proud as hell of Jade no matter what. I've loved what she's done at Oregon State over the last 3 years, and doesn't owe us anything more than what she's already given. So win, lose, draw, whatever, we'll be so proud of Jade, but so excited to see her do her thing on the world stage again. And also just USA Gymnastics has another stacked group heading there for this Olympics, and they'll be fun to watch. They start on Sunday, I believe, right after midnight Pacific time. So I think that would be Saturday into Sunday on Peacock is when the first women's qualifying opening.
Not at the Peacock
rounds. Not at you could. I bet the Peacock gets Peacock.
Yeah. And they'll probably play that song. Let me see your peacock, peacock. Remember that? They kept playing that all the time.
You could go there.
I don't remember, but I also don't remember a lot about our times at the Peacock in general.
You remember when we went to the Peacock this last fall, Benny?
Yeah, that was fun.
And it was fun.
Was I there?
Fun for a while. No, you got in town the next day, I think.
Oh yeah, it was fun for a while.
Oh yeah, you guys were like rough.
Yeah,
we went upstairs and we're like, "This is fun," and then 20 minutes later, like, "It's fun. We're also old. Let's go back."
I promise it's fun. It's fun.
And I didn't. I left with my whole front tooth. It was fucking lame.
Yeah.
What's even the point? Not the way it used to be.
No,
things have changed so much.
Yeah.
No, Peacock was still lit. It was fun.
Peacock sponsor the pod. That is a sponsorship partnership made in heaven.
Yeah. Right. Oh man. When I go to the Peacock, I will always be a 21-year-old person trapped in whatever.
Well, you were not when we were
sack of flesh you're wearing that day.
We left at like 11:15, so you were not a 21-year-old. Anyway,
that's right. You didn't go back with me.
I guess not.
Guess not.
Guess you weren't on the floor, on the ground of 2nd Street looking for a rat to eat outside of the Peacock because you were hungry and the hot dog stand was closed across the street. Were you, Carey? Were you?
I was always way too posh for that.
And the hot dog stand underneath Local Boys was closed as well. permanently.
And they fired Benny.
Yeah.
They fired Roxy Dogs fired Benny and then like closed immediately because it couldn't handle not having
the backlash,
Benny
the protests.
Their employ.
We were out there causing a ruckus, but there was that beef. Oh, good play on words. Between Roxy Dogs and Street Dogs. That was the one across the street. That was the one across the street from the Peacock. And they had the
Street Dogs is so much better. No offense,
dude. But this is where you are drunk and young.
How
go
drunk
across
in Corvallis are you?
Yeah, and you go, I'm at Street Dogs and I'm ordering a spicy hot dog with nacho cheese poured on the top and a bag of chips. And I'm going to go home and feel great tomorrow. Not the exact opposite of how that would feel now.
Dude, I had flaming hot Cheetos and some ice cream, Tillamook ice cream, actually. Brownie batter. So good, by the way.
Wait, you put the flaming hot Cheetos in the ice cream?
Wait, what?
No.
I kind of want to do that now.
No, I had them separately. Not the best food for you, but oh my God, I felt like I drank like 12 hams last night when I woke up this morning. My body just doesn't.
You guys want to know why I'm in Arnold for so long?
Dude,
the only grocery store in America that still sells salsa verde Doritos in a large bag is here. And I go there and I buy 2 giant bags at a time. Good for you. Probably per week. And I'll probably
they cap you at 2.
Yeah.
It's 2 per day.
Yeah, and I think
you can try to go back. You can try to go back after a shift change, but they've got cameras that are.
I bought a Thule
every
just
single
to bring
camera
all
is on the
these bags
chip
back. I'm gonna fill my Thule with it.
Shout out to Salsa Verde and Doritos because Salsa Verde,
in general,
hands down.
Good on you, Salsa Verde.
The
best Dorito, the best
Dorito by far.
Yeah.
It's the only Dorito I'll eat.
You can't buy that shit from Bracelet Guy. He doesn't have that in his pocket.
What the fuck, Bracelet Guy?
Yeah.
No, but we do have
in his coat lining.
We did can a lot of great salsa verde, not in Dorito form, but in salsa form that you two might be interested in.
Oh, Benny, do you remember when we
met
Benny, we made salsa in college with the stuff we were growing in the yard. Yes, we did.
No, you did not.
We made salsa, and we grew a bunch of tomatoes, peppers, cilantro, and onion maybe in the yard that we had at our house. And then we're growing this. We're making our own salsa. It's gonna be so good.
Onion, maybe a traditional vegetable that you have to guess about.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know if we bought it or grew it.
I think we bought it.
No, we definitely didn't grow habanero, but Benny was adamant that we should use more than one in each
Benny,
batch of salsa.
I love you so much. There was an extended period of time where you were insane.
We made so much salsa. We invited everybody over. Terry, you were probably busy with your girlfriends. But then we
truth. Tell me how you really feel. Live audience, stay tuned to the Belligerent Beavs therapy session. That's going to include.
No, but we invited everyone we knew over to come try the salsa, and everyone came over. They had like one chip, and they're like, "Oh, wow." But I think Benny and I were both too stubborn to like admit it was insanely hot. So we just sat on the couch and be like, it's actually pretty good. After a few more bites, it's pretty good. As we were like crying and dripping in sweat. Our faces were bright red. The salsa itself was bright orange. That's how you know we used way too much habanero.
Dude, it's so bad. It's
not supposed to be the same color as the chrome orange helmets that Oregon State rocks on the football field.
Exactly.
It's not supposed to be that color.
You guys remember Kat, Paul's friend, Kat?
Yeah.
So I had a first date with her. I had a first date with her, and it was at a Thai restaurant, and I felt
order the 5 out of 5.
There was a bravado to ordering a 5-star pad thai, and you don't know
5-star pod like ours,
like a 5-star belligerent beavs pad thai.
Yeah,
and but you don't know 5 stars.
You say you don't know, but you do know.
You do know.
Could be really spicy or pretty
I have
spicy.
always known never to order 5 stars at a time.
Dude,
but I always give the belligerent beavs 5 stars.
Yeah.
Hit a like and subscribe if you're
whether
watching
you're
this
at
on YouTube.
Pock or on Spotify. It's 5 stars.
Oh man. Oh, is that still around, Jay?
No.
We have the Pock cookbook.
Oh.
Do you use it?
Yeah.
You guys are the keepers. You're the only keepers of the Pock cookbook.
No, I think you can still buy it. It's not like we found the cookbook the day before they closed and ran away with it.
Okay, back to Jade. Back to Jade.
Oh yeah, okay. Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, let's bring it back. Reel it in, y'all. Let's go. It's almost time to wrap.
We do need to wrap. Do we have any more? All right.
Wrap like
what would you guys like to say about the Olympics? I said everything.
Is it?
She wants revenge. She wants revenge for not getting gold on the vault, and she's about to fucking do it. Take notice, world. You've been put on blast, bitch.
Isn't the processional ceremony on boats?
Yeah.
Down the river.
Right now, I'm singing the intro music.
What's
LeBron
that?
is the Americans' male flag bearer, but I have not heard.
I'm on a boat.
Women's athlete flag bearer will be. It should be Simone Biles, but
does anyone else care about on a boat? Does that song not resonate with you, Terry? Were you too busy?
Can you play 5 seconds of "I'm on a Boat" by the Lonely Island, JP, or is that not impossible on the live show?
It's
added in post, bitch. Is it not impossible?
You don't say that.
What they said in the show,
it.
I learned from the Lonely Island that, like Kevin Garnett, anything is possible.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Gonna fly this boat to the moon somehow, or to Paris to watch Jade Carey win multiple gold medals.
Ooh, can't wait.
And she'll be on a boat and say, "Fuck trees, I climb buoys, motherfucker."
Hey,
Jade Carey did that during the opening ceremony. My head.
Kevin, the Orange O guy. We're gonna try to make sure we get him on before the
we gotta get
his final season as the O guy.
Yeah.
And his retirement.
Is he in?
He just hit the chat, said he subscribed and hit the bell icon. So thank you.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think we went to school at the same time that Kevin did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Yep. Oh man, legend.
Leyendo.
Yeah.
Anyone else we need to shout out, JP?
August 8th.
Question.
August 8th is when new Research Stadium is going to be hitting College Football 25. There's no mention of Benny the Beaver ever being in the game.
But Benny the Beef Jerky is.
Benny the Beef Jerky is in the game. If you want to play Road to Glory, hit up Benny L 86 on Xbox. Is that your gamer tag?
Yep.
Yeah.
I would also
I'm gonna get one this week, Benny.
Dude, yes, do it. Hit me up.
An Xbox or PlayStation? They have cross.
Xbox.
Yeah,
they have cross-gen. You didn't sell me on the PlayStation with this power outage shit, Jay.
Well, I'm sorry that I'm playing it on a remote console 600 miles away. If that doesn't sell you on a platform where you can leave it on in your house and take this wireless device with you with an 11-inch screen and play wherever the hell you want, then no wonder you still have your iPhone 12.
I'll throw a Dundee through your 11-inch screen, Terry.
I have an iPhone 14. And I have a 55-inch TV like a real man.
Hey, what about huge shout out to Mr. Bazana for officially inking his deal with the Cleveland Guardians, and he is going to be sent.
Did you see if you zoom in? Oh,
to single ball.
Oh,
right.
Won't be single for long. Anyways,
yeah.
Yeah, but if you zoom in on the contract, if you zoom in and look at his signature, it doesn't say T. Boz, it doesn't say Travis B. It just says so nice.
So nice. Give me the money. It's gonna be so nice.
Yeah. I looked. That was my sleuthing of the week.
Get noise, Cleveland.
Yeah.
Hi, Gary. Any other users in the chat, JP, as you are the only one with access to it, that we need to, any comments that need answering or questions that need answering?
No, I think we're good. Clarifications, though. We got JH58 again, said that there was a penalty on that Collins hurdle and the play was called back. We've got Kevin the Orange O guy mentioning that every time he goes to Corvallis, he goes to Woodstocks. It always slaps.
Oh,
and
wait, Kevin, if you're at Suds and Suds next time I'm in town, let's grab a beer at Suds and Suds.
Yeah, Terry just wants to show you his name on the wall.
Yeah.
I think it's still on the wall.
You were there every day.
It's
for a long time.
Yeah, even your birthday. I met my wife at your birthday party there.
You did. Yeah, you made fun of me for having my birthday there, and you fucking met your wife.
So you're having your birthday at a pizza parlor.
It was the bar connected to the pizza parlor, and Boy and I were trying to go around the world, and we did.
And we had the playroom in the back with all these arcade games. It was fucking sick.
And a laundry room in the back to do your laundry, and that's why it's called Suds and Suds.
Which is why we never left.
Yeah.
Why Terry never left.
Yeah.
Yeah, asshole.
There. Look what he did in that laundry room. He made it look real nice behind him.
Yeah, this is every celebrity who's been in the laundry room to do laundry. Just like in New York.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, that's a wrap. That's a wrap.
This episode's probably gone on too long. 150. We're about an hour 50 into 150. Probably a good time to call it.
Beautiful. Poetic.
So poetic. Numerology.
Yes.
Love it.
Love numbers. They're so sexy.
It's like magic.
Yeah.
Numbers are
math,
sexy.
baby. Yeah.
Numbers are sexy. Ugh. We are number one. An even sexier number, though, is 5 as in stars.
So true. I don't know why.
The Belligerent Beavs podcast. 5's a like, just look at a 5. Ooh.
So curvy.
Hard angles, soft angles. Oh. It's like a snake in a way, but it's like a snake charming snake. I don't know where I'm going with this, but just give the Belligerent Beavs podcast a 5-star review wherever you get your fucking podcast. If this is your first time watching us on YouTube, then just subscribe on YouTube or hit the like button. I don't know how it appears to you because I'm seeing something different. I'm only with our SoundCloud rapper Riverside FM, so I don't know how it shows up. But just do the right thing, damn it.
Please.
This is wild. It was over 3 years ago that we recorded this first episode, and I don't think that we need to end totally on a nostalgic note, but it's just fun. It's fun that people listen to this show, and it's because it's really fun to make this show. And like we said, we would just keep on making it if people listen to it or not. And I'm so happy that it brings y'all joy. Connecting with you guys is the best part of it. So please keep hitting us up on Twitter, which is at Belligerent Beavs. I think that site is called X now, but I don't give a shit. Belligerent Beavs everywhere else. That means Instagram, TikTok, MySpace, Facebook, Blue Sky, Uber Eats. If you go to Belligerent Beavs Uber Eats, you'll see what. No,
you might deliver a beer.
Guy, so go to Belligerent Beavs DoorDash. Just hit the Belligerent Beavs button on DoorDash, and a beer just shows up at your fucking house. We do need to do that. We'll talk about that. We'll make it happen. Yeah. And on YouTube. YouTube's the most important. Also belligerentbeavs@gmail.com. Send us an email. I think someone's checking it monthly or bi-monthly, at least. So you can hear from us there. Rate, review, like, subscribe. 5 stars only, please. It really helps us grow the show a lot, and we would, of course, appreciate that word of mouth. Shout out Ludacris, word of mouth Luda as well. And just share the show with a friend. Just even the Duck fan in your life, just be like, hey, bet you don't have a podcast as cool as this one. They'll be like, I bet we do. And then they'll listen to it and they'll be like, damn, fuck, we don't.
I can do dishes and this shit.
We've got 10 billion uniforms, but every podcast that covers our team sucks.
10 billion uniform combinations, 0 good pods.
Fuck. God damn. And then they'll just listen to every episode, just be like, man, I wish we had these guys.
We wish.
I wish we had Belligerent Ducks.
We already did Belligerent Pickles.
That's not a real podcast, and that's not a real word. So shut the fuck up.
Belligerent is real. We almost became the Belligerent Pickles. Don't forget.
Delirious and belligerent.
Yeah, belligerent.
Delirious dill.
We are, yeah.
No one go start the Delirious Ducks podcast. That wouldn't be cool.
Oh, I won't say what I do to
you. From all of us here at the Belligerent Beavs Podcast, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us for the past 150 episodes and for the next 150 episodes. My name is Terry Horseman at Terry Horseman on Twitter and at Terrence Horseman on Instagram.com. I am joined, as I always am, by my two best friends from Oregon State University, the Oregon State University. That means Benjamin Lawrence Sebastian Wehage, aka Benny with the good quaff, aka Benny Bullgame, aka Benny Burner, aka Benny Blastoff, aka Benny Bedlam because he's fucking crazy, folks, aka Benny Beef Jerky, Benny's Beef Jerky,
Benny Beef Jerky,
Benny the Beef Jerky,
aka Benny Scoops, aka Benny something or other. I'm running out.
What's my nickname?
I think I got all of them.
Smoking
and
Jay.
Of course, Smoking Jay. So sooner nicknames for Jay. We got Smoking Jay down in Arnold, California. Smoking Jays with Arnold, California. JP Bertram. You can follow him on Twitter at the Trial J. That's at the _Trial_J because he's too trial to be real. And on Instagram at JP Bertram. He is my bae from the Bay P.
Oh, yeah.
I thought of that weeks ago and I kept forgetting to add it. I'm so happy I remember. Bay from the Bay Area.
Bay P.
Not to be confused with Bray Area.
Oh no.
As our sworn leader.
Subdivision of the Bay Area.
Bow down to. Thank you so much again for these 150 episodes, 3+ years now of this show. We're going to keep bringing you guys just very fun-centric content with an Oregon State lens while we have a few drinks and a few bites of beef jerky while producing it. Because why not?
Yeah.
Always believe in Bray area. He says we're a college football playoff team this year. And until that they show that we aren't, I am compelled to believe him. And if you are having a hard time clinging on to that much belief, that much optimism, that much, dare I say, hope, remember that you unequivocally cannot spell chop 'em without hope. So chop 'em.
Chop 'em.
Chop 'em.
Bees back, baby.
Let's go, Jade.
I don't know how to turn this off.
Cut. Cut.
Bum, 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 bum.